Let me go though now to the man of the moment, the man who really is the person who's being seen as the game changer, because a short while ago I spoke to Arvind Kejriwal, the Aam Aadmi Party leader. I began by asking him that big question: Aam Aadmi Party getting as much as 28% of the vote, possibly more than 20 seats. Not just a spoiler, a potential party of power. Was Arvind surprised with the CNN IBN findings?
That's true, Rajdeep. Right from the beginning we were saying this, because we are moving around all over Delhi and we know the pulse of the people, and this is what right from the beginning we were saying. And the good thing is that now it is even translating into votes. Earlier people were saying that okay, the people are supporting you, people are sympathetic to you, people like you, but will it really convert into votes? But your survey shows that it is actually converting into votes. And I think there's a huge increase also. I don't remember, but I think about a month back when you did a similar survey, it gave us 8 seats, and now it is giving us more than 20 seats.
At the same time, Delhi seems to be heading towards a hung assembly, and you may have to choose between the Congress and the BJP in government formation. I want to know right at the very outset of this interview, are you willing to make that choice, and who is that choice?
If the polls were held today, then that is what you are saying. But as about a month back when you did a survey, you gave us 8 seats. In a month's time, it has gone up to 22 seats. And there is no reason why this acceleration, this speed should not continue, and the same trend of increase in the number of votes should not continue. If it continues, the other two parties, the vote share is coming down steadily. And for us, it is going up exponentially. So if this trend continues, I think we are forming the government in Delhi. Aam Aadmi is forming the government in Delhi. But let me answer your question. Let's assume, hypothetically, that there is a hung assembly. Then I want to make it very clear on your channel today that we are neither supporting any of the two parties nor taking their support. Because the people who give us votes are the people who will be giving us votes fed up of both Congress and BJP. And if we give support to any of the two parties, then we'll be cheating those voters.
You're not answering. In politics, you often have to make a choice, Arvind. Who is your bigger enemy for you today? Is it Sheila Dikshit or is it Harshvardhan?
It is corruption and communalism.
Corruption and communalism. You're still not answering my question. Who is the bigger enemy, Congress or BJP?
We have no enmity against any party or against any individual. We are fighting against the evils which are facing the country. We have problems with corruption and communalism in the country today.
Most of us are seeing these figures, and we've been pretty stunned when we saw them, that a one-year-old party is making such gains. What at the moment is the success formula, Arvind, for the Aam Aadmi Party?
Truth. We stuck to truth. राजदीप, हमारे पास कुछ भी नहीं था. हम बहुत आम आदमी हैं. हमारे पास ना पैसा है, हमारे पास ना कार्डर था, कुछ नहीं था हमारे पास. केवल सच्चाई के रास्ते पे चल रहे हैं. And this is what is attracting people towards us. एक साल के अंदर it is really historic, and as Yogendra Yadav also keeps on saying that something very extraordinary is happening in Delhi. There is a wave that is sweeping all across Delhi. And it is only because we just stuck to truth. और हमारे पास कुछ भी नहीं था, and God is with us.
You're saying there is a wave. There are certainly signs that you are getting support. Not yet signs of a wave. One of the challenges, though, Arvind, is getting people or Aam Aadmi supporters to actually come out and vote, and that your vote may actually not be as concentrated as you need to actually win seats. That yes, there is goodwill. Yes, people want to vote for you, but will it translate into seats on the big day? Do you concede that still remains a big question mark for the Aam Aadmi Party?
There are two challenges. This is one challenge, what you are saying, and we have asked our volunteers to go door to door and ask the people to vote on that particular day. I am told that Election Commission is also going to take several steps. And the other challenge, which is also a challenge that needs to be addressed, कि कहते हैं आखिरी रात कयामत की रात होती है जिस दिन दारू बढ़ती है, पैसा बढ़ता है. And that is also said, that is something that we have to accept as a challenge. We are formulating our strategies and very, very hopeful. This time Election Commission is very strict, and I hope that this time the elections will be clean.
I'm glad you mentioned that the last night before an election is Qayamat ki Raat. We know what happens often in elections in this country, the issue of money power. Let's be clear, funding matters in elections. Do you really believe that it won't make a big difference in the final analysis? That's where again you may lose out to parties who at the end of the day know the election machinery far better than you do and are far better funded.
No, they are better funded in the sense that they are better funded. They need money to distribute money and to distribute liquor. We will not do that. We want to fight elections honestly. So, as far as needing money for prachar and awareness campaigns and advertisements is concerned, I think whatever money we have got through donations from Aam Aadmi, I think those donations are sufficient. But we definitely don't need money for liquor and money and for distributing money. And let's see, we are formulating our strategies to counter that.
But you know, in an election, and I raised this with you just now, local factors do matter, especially local candidates. Many observers believe this too will make a difference in that crucial final leg between the Aam Aadmi Party and the Congress and the BJP. At the end of the day, you are a one-man show. You don't have enough strong electable candidates who have that ground level support.
On the contrary, their candidates are, you can say that our candidates are not so popular, but their candidates are notorious actually. Those are the people whom people hate in their own areas. They have very strong anti-incumbency that these people are facing. Not just the candidates, their parties are also facing very strong anti-incumbency.
But do you have enough local candidates with local knowledge to defeat these dadas who've been in politics much longer than the Aam Aadmi Party candidates, many of whom are fighting their first election?
They can. And Rajdeep, the door-to-door campaigning that we have done, in door-to-door campaigning, what are volunteers? You will be surprised to know that we have covered every single household in many constituencies. In about 15 constituencies, door-to-door campaigning is 100% complete, already over. 100% people have been approached. Our volunteers have actually gone to every house, sat with those people for 10 minutes, explained about the candidate, about the party, about everything. And they have tried to convince those people to vote for Aam Aadmi Party. No other party has this kind of volunteer workforce that today exists. The kind of organization that exists for Aam Aadmi Party today, the other two parties don't have that kind of cadre.
We're also seeing, Arvind, in our survey certainly that younger voters, 18 to 35 group is where you're getting a lot of support. Do you believe that outside that there is also wariness of whether you can deliver on your promises? Other social groups aren't as receptive to you as the young today.
I won't agree to that. We had also conducted a survey. What came out was that the support amongst illiterate women as well as people above 60 years of age, we have lesser support. And we try to figure out the reasons. The support amongst illiterate women, because they perhaps are not aware of Aam Aadmi Party, they don't read newspapers, they don't watch the news. And the support amongst people above 60 years, because perhaps their loyalties are too strong either in favor or against particular parties. So these are the two areas where we found that our support base is quite less. Otherwise, we found in our survey that our support was uniformly all across amongst all age groups, all castes, all religions. It was quite high.
But you know, Arvind, there is a narrative that it's one thing to tap into popular anger against corruption. It's actually another to govern a state. Your rival Sheila Dikshit and Harshvardhan are going to press home the point. They have been in politics much longer. Their supporters believe that once this initial enthusiasm with Aam Aadmi Party is over, the final analysis, their experience will count with the voters as against your inexperience.
I'm very happy we don't have experience in corruption. I'm very happy that we don't have experience in misgovernance, and we will bring something very fresh on table. We are bringing fresh energy, and I don't think it's rocket science to govern. I was in Income Tax Department. Prashant Bhushan has been a lawyer. People are from all sections of society who are a part of this. Let me tell you, it's not a rocket science to govern. You have the technical knowledge available in this country. We have the best IITs which can provide you technical education. You have the best management institutes, IIMs, which can provide you management experience. The only question is, do you have the political will to implement it? क्या आपकी नीयत साफ है? उन लोगों की नीयत खराब थी, हमारी नीयत साफ है. That is what is the big difference. It is not that they have experience in. And secondly, it's very interesting. Today BJP is saying Harshvardhan ne polio program, pulse polio program, pulse polio program. Pulse polio program was done in 1997. After that, they have nothing to tell about Dr. Harshvardhan. पिछले 16 साल में it appears that Dr. Harshvardhan was sleeping. And suddenly he got up from his sleep and he was asked to lead the BJP. What did he do in the last 16 years after Pulse Polio program? Apparently there is nothing to talk about for Dr. Harshvardhan.
You're talking tough as always, Arvind, but you're also emerging as a preferred candidate for chief ministership. Am I to presume that it's a given that if the Aam Aadmi wins, you and you alone will be the chief minister of the Aam Aadmi party?
Rajdeep, actually in our party, we don't even decide, talk about these things about ministership. In fact, let me tell you, in one of the meetings when we were discussing, we said that let Kiran Bedi be our chief minister candidate. And we approached her and she said that no, she doesn't want to enter politics. And on the contrary, in BJP, they are fighting over chief minister's candidate like cats and dogs. As if, why are they fighting like this? Because whoever becomes the chief minister is going to make money out of it. Now this is people are watching this कि आम आदमी पार्टी में तो त्याग की भावना है और वहां पे कौन पैसा बनाएगा इसके ऊपर झगड़ा हो रहा है.
And you will also stick to your promise, am I to understand, to fight against Sheila Dikshit from wherever she contests? Will you contest from more than one constituency?
I am fighting against Sheila Dikshit, yes.
Will you fight more than one seat?
No, I'll fight from wherever she fights. If she fights from one constituency, I'll fight from one. If she fights from two, I'll fight from two.
And if this experiment works and the Aam Aadmi party wins, will you take this battle beyond Delhi Assembly to the Lok Sabha elections, or was Delhi the ideal option for you to take because it's a smaller state?
Of course, we want to get we want the whole country to get rid of corruption, and we would like this to take place all over the country. But how, when, is something that we have to decide only after Delhi elections.
But let me ask you, what if this survey of ours goes horribly wrong, as surveys can? If you don't get the seats needed to make an impact, will you get out of electoral politics, just go back to becoming an NGO? Will you be a one election party?
Of course, we'll continue in politics. Firstly, your poll will not turn out to be wrong. It will be much more than what you have projected today. I can tell you, and you are recording this, Aam Aadmi Party is forming the government, and they are forming the government with overwhelming majority, and this is the sense I am getting when I am traveling all across Delhi, in the streets of Delhi, in various areas. That's number one, and whatever be the outcome, we are here for good.
Okay, Arvind Kejriwal there sounding almost triumphant and fighting and talking as if he is almost sure to become Delhi's next chief minister.